Hi guys, welcome back to Linguistics 201. I hope you have a wonderful beginning of the semester. And the reading quiz 1 is open. If you finish the reading, you can try to do the quiz. Or you can try to do the quiz after all the lectures are done. There will be 3 lectures for set 1, the introduction, the overview of linguistics. So this will be the second one, and you already see the first one. So you may want to wait until you finish all the lectures as well. Maybe I think the lectures can help you to understand the content of the textbook as well. But it is not necessary. I mean, the textbook I think is not that hard to read. Or the other strategy that I may use if I were you is that I would do, because we have three attempts, 3 chances. I may want to use up one attempt first to see if I can understand the textbook. If not, I'll save the other 2 chances after I finish the lectures. And if you have any questions about anything, please just contact me. I'm happy to help. Okay, let's begin today's lecture. Okay, so what linguistics is and isn't. Okay. First of all, let's review what we had last time. A definition of linguistics. Remember that there are several different definitions, but we have to take our position. We have to take one position. Okay, which is the mainstream Chomskyan generative view. Linguistics is a scientific study of naturally occurring human languages, and it is an empirical science, and linguistic theories should provide some insights of human minds, which means that linguistic theories should have psychological reality. Okay. So actually we can think about linguistics as the study of human behaviors, very like psychology. However, we are interested in the communication tool that we use, which is language. So actually there will be a set of facts that we want to explain, that we want to predict for, which is language. So but what kind of facts, what kind of observations that we are interested in? This is the question. And to answer the question, we have to talk about two concepts first: competence and performance. Actually, let me give you the answer first. What are we interested in? Competence. Yeah, linguists are interested in competence instead of performance. So what are they? Competence is what we subconsciously know about language, or the ability of using language. This is more mental part of language. And linguistics performance is what we actually do when we use language. This is likely a physical part of language. Okay, so let me give you some examples of linguistics competence. So I think these two strings will be new to you. 8 very lazy elephants drank brandy is okay, and you know this sentence is good, even though this is your first time seeing this sentence. That means that your linguistic competence give you the information of whether this sentence is good, and this one you know is bad. Okay. On the other hand, we have linguistics performance, which is the actual realization or manifestation of competence. Okay. Actually, when I talk about competence and performance, this let me think of Plato's cave. Have you ever heard of this Plato's cave? Okay, I'm going to use Wikipedia to talk about this. I'm going to talk a little bit about Wikipedia later. Okay, so the content of this this is a allegory. Okay, so it means that we cannot directly see the truth. Okay, here is the allegory. We can see this picture. Okay, so there's a prisoner in the cave, and he is chained. Can I make this bigger? And all he can see is the shadows of the real object. So we have a vase here, we have a human being here, with fire here. The prisoner cannot see these objects directly. All he can see is the shadow. So it's very similar to the situation that we have. We want to understand the real object, the competence. However, all we can see, all we can access is the shadow, the performance, right? Okay. I think for psychology, we have a similar, I'm not so sure, but it's like you are doing statistics. When we do statistics, we want to know some facts about the population, right? But we have no access to the population. All we can do is to study some samples. I think this is a similar situation. The samples would be the shadow, the performance, and what we really want to know is about the population. I think this is a general situation for science. Okay, let's go back to Wikipedia. So is Wikipedia a reliable source for you to do academics? The answer is yes and no. Actually, it depends on the content of the Wikipedia. And so actually there's a way to tell whether the content is reliable or not. When you go to a Wikipedia page, we can see two tabs, the article tab and talk tab. You click on the talk tab. And what we have is for example, for this guy, we have a this article has been rated as start class. Okay, it has a high importance. Okay, so there would be a group of experts on the topic. They are going to talk about how reliable of the content is. So actually, if you check the talk tab, you can see whether the content is reliable. Yeah, Cool. Okay, that's something about Wikipedia. So if you want to use Wikipedia, okay, let me talk about more about performance errors. Okay, so performance may be flawed because of some other factors, for example, memory limitations, distractions, shifts of attention and interest, and errors like random or characteristic or other factors. Okay, the performance of a speaker may not be fault-free, even though his competence is perfect. Okay, so there are some specific example of performance error. You may want to watch this video. It's kind of interesting. Okay, and another example is like if you have a very talkative friend and you know he or she is very capable of using language. However, he went to see a dentist and do some surgery, and he or she cannot speak for one day. You know his or her competence of language is intact. However, his performance is flawed. He cannot speak, right? Okay. So, how do we study competence? Because we have no direct access to competence. So, so the actual realization of competence is performance, and there's no way to assess competence for now. I mean, in the future, maybe we can directly look into the brain to see what is working behind the scene. Then we can directly assess competence. But for now, no way to do that. And for Chomsky, his idea is that we are going to imagine an ideal speaker who never makes any mistake. Then it means that his competence, his performance will be very close to the actual competence. Okay, but wait a minute, an imaginary ideal speaker who never makes any mistake? Okay, imaginary, this word does not sound like scientific, right? Okay, how do we know whether this guy is an ideal speaker? Okay, a trained linguist can tell the difference, and also statistic can verify. Okay, so actually, recently, linguists are aware of this problem as well. So, for example, this paper Sprouse et al. Reduplicate 10 years worth of grammaticality judgment experiments from linguistic inquiry and found 95% of them validated the original reported result. So Linguistics Inquiry is a prestigious linguistics journal, and in the journal Syntacticians, linguists report their judgments on some sentences. So the fact is defined by the ideal speaker, who is the trained linguist, actually. So it means that the linguists are confident that we can. I'm doing my performance is okay at this time. So when I say it's not grammatical, my competence says so as well. But can we verify this? Yes. This group of people did some experiment to verify this. Yes, reliable. Okay. And now we are going to decompose competence, or we can say we are going to decompose the grammar. Okay. So there are several different parts of the knowledge of language, competence, grammar. So first one, phonetics. Phonetics is the study of physical aspects of speech production and perception. This is like to study the physical sounds. And phonology is the study of how sounds form. Okay, the study of how sounds form order the systems within languages. This is more like the mental sound system of human language. And morphology is the study of internal structure of words. Syntax is the study of the structure of sentences. How words can combine. Okay. And semantics, the study of meaning at word and sentence level. Pragmatics, the study of linguistics meaning in broader contexts, such as world knowledge and behavior. Okay. And linguistics can be combined with other fields as well. For example, we have social linguistics, we have psycholinguistics, we have scientists who study brain and language, and we also have language acquisition, the study of how children acquire a first language. Okay. That's it for today. And finish the. Okay, there would be a in-class exercise on this content as well. Okay, see you next time. Thank you.